right. It's yet again my trading journey at a show where we opted to be bringing you different mentors, different men and gentlemen and ladies with experiences in trading, and so that they can get to share with you who might be a newbie or someone who's been there but you still have lots of unanswered questions. So, and I just got to remind you that it is Tamam Brokerage Services, TBS, that always got you back. They've always thought about everything that can really make your trading journey a better and comfortable one, by always enabling that they have to look at different issues. For example, now, if you can look at these gentlemen sharing with you things they earned the hard way, and then they come and share with you so that you don't blunder. They might have blundered in the start, but because they also learned the hard way, they don't feel like they should also let you out there blunder and learn the hard way. So that's why we really have to bring them here, and they really have to share with you out there. So I'm pretty sure every time we are starting, I always try to remind you that it's not a must that you can have to pick, you have to always pick out 100% of whatever they say. You can always pick out 1 or 2, 3 that can be helpful through your journey. And today with me, I have one gentleman with vast knowledge or experience as far as trading, and I'm pretty sure by the time we come to the closure of today's show, you will have mastered, you will have learned, you will have picked out a lot out of what he's going to say. Gentlemen, you're welcome to today's session, and I'm pretty sure and glad that you are here, that you're going to make someone out there, you're going to impact someone out there out of what you're going to say. And I think starting right away, you can start by telling someone out there your name, who this gentleman seated here today is.
Well, and thank you so much. First, I would like to say thanks to the Lord for this moment, and also to TBS. It is an opportunity because it's not like everyone can do this, but TBS has already done it, and I thank the Lord so much for this. So I'm known as Okirima Abraham McDavid, though most of the people on the other hand of the ministry know me as David the Saint, because I'm also a minister.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
That is really beautiful. So you're a believer.
I'm a believer, I'm a born-again brother.
That is really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you've heard from the main man, the name, and I'm pretty sure you can put your mark, because maybe at any time you can come across him and be like, man, there's something that you shared, it really inspired me and changed my life. Or maybe there's something that you shared and I had another question that I can really feel like you should have to maybe elaborate more. So it's all okay. It's always very okay, because as far as I know, traders are never mean.
Yes.
Traders are never mean.
Yes.
Every time you come across a fellow trader, whether you're a learning student or you what, they will always share. Oh, it's always okay. They're always free to share almost everything. So now, Mr. Okirima,
yes, please.
the born again.
Yes, sure.
Okay, so now we can baptize you a second name of the born again trader.
To add on something,
yes.
The TBS boss has always called me man of God.
Man of God.
Yeah,
so
he's my good friend, and we are like brothers.
So
yes.
that is, I think that is just a blessing itself, of course.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure. So if he's killing the market, then you too, meaning that you can as well become a born again and kill it more. So now, to start from a point, you've already introduced yourself,
yes.
And now the main focus now here is your journey.
My journey.
Yes, your journey as far as trading is concerned. How do you get to know about trading?
Yes.
Because trading is very broad. It could be forex, it could be futures, it could be stocks and bonds and all that.
That's
but
right.
now we're going to discuss, this whole discussion is going to be general, but at a certain point you can step into what you mostly capitalize on. So how do you get to know about trading? Yes.
Well, back in 2020, you remember the lockdown?
Yes.
That was the first lockdown. So towards the end of 2020, we were all home. Besides the ministry, I also run an NGO, which is a charity organization. So I always traveled in Tukumi, eastern of Uganda. So when the COVID time came and the president called for a lockdown, we were all, remember the transport was restricted, those movements were no longer allowed. So everyone was home. I had, first of all, my parents are the big influencers to my forex trading journey.
Okay.
Yeah, in 2020, after I came back because of the lockdown, so everyone was stranded, nothing to do. It's not that we're struggling financially, because I had the support, family support. So the time reached when my wife started working with her nephew as a data entrant. So when I looked at how online, because me, I've been in the ministry, I wasn't into computer and jobs, in fact. I was into preaching and then also charity. That was my work. So I looked at how we are doing, because I was contributing, I was also helping her to do her work, because I did IT. So when we kept working, I had a lot of questions. I'm like, you mean there's serious jobs online? If my wife can earn money, because she was paid every month 500,000, just filling data. So with that, I said, wow, this is something we can do. So we tried to search for more jobs, but we failed to get. So one day, I landed onto forex. I can't tell you how I got there really, but I found myself in forex. So before forex, it was options. I started with options, and the platform was IQ Options. I don't know whether you know that, but I believe people out there know. So I started with the options. So I got a guy who was called through YouTube. The guy was called Nzikak Enoch. He's one of the best traders in Nigeria. So I followed that guy, and that guy always tried to show or to prove to us that everything was legit. But then my fear, because with us born again, we have that kind of that threat of Illuminati, Yeah. So I'm like, maybe this is one of the yes. So because how the guy was really making a lot of money. He was really making a lot of money. He would deposit $10 only, and then he grows it to 300, 500, and I'm like, is this real? So to prove us that the business was real, he also performed the live withdrawals. So that influenced me a lot. So I said I should start this. Now, I am a married man with children.
Yeah,
I also have foster parents. So we're living together. That time we're living in Mulawa BLOT apartments. So they will be up for us down. So I shared with my mom about the idea. She was very okay and happy, and she was like, this is good. This is good. Trading is good, and she loved it. Now, before that, I struggled a lot with what I could do. So I remember even trying to. I bought a motorbike from this is Simba. It is Simba Automotives. That bike was called UG Boss. So I could do hawk chicken, the local hens. I buy from Lira, Guru. I had agents, so those guys could send me the chickens, and then I said, but now the chickens will die. So almost every man I could put in would do.
You go to West,
yes,
just like that.
So yeah, so that is now when I came with an idea. I'm like, what can I really do with the internet? Because we had internet throughout at home. So now that was just a little bit of how I got in here. So when I shared with my mom, I told her, this one doesn't require a lot of capital, just small monies. So I started with my own savings, with my own. I didn't want to engage them. So one day, because the guy could deposit $10 and compound it in options trading. There's what we call compounding. So that is growing a small account, and maybe let's say $10 when you place a trade of $2, because in options the trade can expire in seconds or minutes. So after, let's say he has made $2, he will, in the next trade he will put all the $2. He makes like $4 or 3 point something, like that, until he makes $100. Okay, so the growth of his account was always fast. So having that idea and looking at all of this, this really influenced me so much. And I'm like, if I can have my $10 and in a day I can make $100, this is a lot of money. So I deposited $10 first, and I tried. So that guy was teaching, even told us, you don't need to buy a course because I am showing everything to you.
So, just to remind you, you are a viewer who's come across this video or who is watching this right now. If you've always had questions of leverage, spreads, and all that, deposits and withdrawals complications, it's Tamar Brokerage Services that always got your back. You can trade with them at your own comfort, and your forex journey can be a very entertaining and comfortable one. And they are the same people, it's the same company that is sponsoring these shows, or this show whereby we are bringing gentlemen and ladies like this one, who is giving us, who got to share with us different experiences as far as trading is concerned. So I'm pretty sure every time you get an opportunity to hear from this program or show, you can always be keen. And I will remind you, you don't need to pick it all out, you can just pick out a few. So today we have the gentleman Okirima, who has been trading, and he's still trading. That's why he's here to share with you his journey. So now you're blessed that at least during the lockdown, whereby you're not supposed to move out, we are not supposed to move distances, limited and all that, it was always more of someone being online, internet after internet, and then however much, so you come across this gentleman, and this gentleman really opens your eyes towards something that can help you make some money from home. And here you deposit. So what was the experience after you immediately depositing? Because I'm trying to imagine, wasn't there pulse pounding, this whole thing of, I'm going to make money. Weren't you stuck in between making money and losing it all, did you try to think about the uncertainties at that particular moment?
At that point, the thought of losing was not there. I was just desperate, because following the guy's strategy, I saw that I would also make it, because for him he was basing on support and resistance. Okay. So I'm like, if I could apply the same knowledge, I can also make this money. So I deposited the $10 and I traded. That day I think I made up to $30. Then later I lost the money.
I was just so if I could even if I could wow you already wowing.
I lost the $10 plus even the profits of 20. I think it was around 30 point something. So I lost it. Then I first sat down to think, because I'm like, if I can grow this to $30, because I was not compounding, but I was only trading $2 per each round. Okay. Yes. So with that I said, no, I can do it. So I went and got $50. I had my card with me. That time mobile money banking was not there at that point. So I said with IP option, they never supported that. But later they introduced it. I think that was around 2021 late. So I put $50, and then I wanted to compound, because I really wanted to do what the other guy was doing. So I compounded, I took it up to $400. This one was success. I withdrew, and the money came after 3 days to my bank account. It showed up. I was very, very happy. You know what I mean? I was very happy.
So now, out of your story, the bit that we are at now, I'm really picking out something, and I'm pretty sure if you've also been keen and you're listening keenly, then you've already understood or picked out something, that it is the persistence.
Yes.
He's already persisting. He is someone who's been introduced to something that he has never known or done before. He tries for the first time, things don't work out. And then he goes again. This time around, he even puts in 1.5 legs.
Yes.
The first time was like, let me first try and see.
Yeah.
And then he makes some profits, loses it. And then now he does the deposit again. Due to persistence, and then as well always eager to know what is coming next. So you out there, the question that should come to you is, as you're willing to do anything, whether it's trading or in your general life, are you willing to take a step and jump onto that thing that you really want to? If it is an opportunity, will you try it out and then at least get to tell it has failed after a number of trials? There we are now. You have withdrawn the money. What was, the feeling? What kind of feeling did you have at that particular moment?
I was very, very happy. I was very, very happy. At first I was doing it privately without exposing to my wife. Because, like I said, we, the born again, we have that mentality of referring any high kind of earning source of income to the other side of
Satanism,
to Satanism,
and all that.
Yes. So I'm like, I might share this with my wife, and she discourages me.
True.
So this time, because of the $400, I was forced to show her. And I told her, Mom, you know what? There's something here. It's called trading online. I didn't know much even about it, but at least I picked the strategy of support and resistance. I knew, like the basics, I was good, and then also I knew where to sell and buy from. So looking at that, those two, because with IQ options, there was always a provision of you could set your alerts. So each time the price reaches that area, it alerts you. So that's what I used to do. I did not have that pressure to, wanting to trade all the time. But because the guy was like, he had told us everything about the risks involved in forex, in options, and you would lose $10 in just a second if you're not careful. So I was very careful, knowing that I have my $50, but a trade I will place, I will only risk $2, and there I was free. I said I will compound the two. Each time I lose $2 is okay, even if I compounded to $100, then I lost it all, meaning my 48 is still safe. You get it? So that is what I did, and that's how I grew the $400. Yeah, so I called my wife, and then I first showed her money that came in, because we have, me and my wife, the whole family we had one account, me, dad, mom, and my wife. Okay. But then we had our account private, which was managed by me and my wife.
Okay.
So I showed her that, you know what, there's money that came in here. It was 1 million point something in Uganda shillings. So when she saw it, she was like, where is this money from? So I told her, I've been working also, but in the private way, because I had my laptop and she had her own laptop where she was doing the data entry. So I told her now the source of the money. I told her there's something better than what you're doing right now. Yes.
So here we're seeing a competition. The question should be, is it a healthy or unhealthy competition?
Yes.
And then for that excitement, the lockdown, people were broke, money was, hard to find, and then there's you who's making money.
Yes.
Moreover, 1 point something, and then from home.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm seeing the excitement or some...
So my wife asked me, are you for real? I'm like, yes. So she was very, very happy because this time around I have doubled hers and I made it in one day. Hers comes after 30 days. So I told her, this is now what I'm doing, and I did not tell her to come on, because according to what I understood the other side, anytime you can be disappointed. And with my first experience, you can become excited now, but then later things can turn around.
Everything gets worse.
Yeah, so, but thank God I continued like that. I continued losing, but my winning percentage rate was high.
Okay.
And that was really encouraging. So, now I told you, I had my parents with me. These are my foster parents from America. So I introduced this to my mother. I told her, Mom, you know what? Here is what I'm doing, and this is what I've made today, the $400. So I continued earning a little. Some days are bad, some days are good. So I built a mindset of wanting to involve them into the business. Yeah. Now to invest. Because I saw that if they gave me, let's say, $300, that's about, by that time it was around 1 million. If they gave me $1 million, the Uganda shillings, I could make out of it a lot of profits and give them. So I told my mom, you know what, give me $400 each week. I'm going to give you $50.
You're already committing yourself.
Yes, and she liked that. She likes that all the time. She was
Who hates it? Even if you came and asked me, man, bro, just give me this one, I'll be signing it.
Yes. And
I would openly give you.
Yes, so remember, she already saw the fruits already. So it was that who gave me money. Gave me money. I'm the one who even went to the bank with the money, and then I went and invested. I deposited to IK options, and then I started trading. I think the money was chewed in 30 minutes. It was gone. $400 was gone. I'm like, what am I going to tell my mom? She's a very tough person. So after I first kept it for a full week, so what I did, I continued. I could not go to my wife to withdraw more money because that was really out of agreement.
So you're trying to digest.
Yes. How am I going to get money to put in this business? So my auntie in Oklahoma sent me $150. That same week, she said, go and buy for my grandkids shoes.
I see where we're headed.
So when I got the money, what I did, I put aside $100, $50 I put back.
Okay.
Like options. I want to get back
your 400.
Yes. It was chewed also. But then the $100, I had to give it to my wife because I wanted her to account, because I had to account for it. Yeah. My aunt would even ask, said, this is tricky. This business here.
So now reality starts kicking in.
Yes, so from there I started a bit feeling I felt like the fear. Remember Dad are expecting $50. The week has already.
A week is gone.
Yes.
And we are into a second.
They are waiting for me. So I said, what am I going to do? I went to my wife, I talked to her, I told her, give me 100,000. She accepted. She gave me the 100,000.
Okay, UGX.
Yes, it was about $20-something. I bought the dollars and I put there. So this time I was very careful. I started with $1 per each trade. So $1, I started compounding it. Fortunately, I grew it to $100, and that was a miracle to me. Okay. So the first thing I had to do was to pick out.
So how long did it take you to build that dollar to 100?
1 day, compounding.
Okay.
Yeah, with the options, you can get it in just an hour or lose it
in a second.
So it also depends on how much you are risking. So this time I was risking only $1. So whenever I won, I think I won about 12 trades in a row, and that took me up to $100. I said, this is done for today. This is done for today. So one day I happened to visit one of my friends. It's called Robert. And Robert introduced me. He was also doing online business. So he was earning good money. But of course, with is it BLOQ, the other...
Some other, those other online things.
Yeah, the telex free, I had that experience also, so I said no. I know this brother is earning, right? Because he was convincing me to join. I said, but I know these games always come like this. With the time, it will disappear. And indeed it happened, because I think after a year or some months later, my brother, that friend of mine, contacted me and saying, oh bro, I'm doing so bad. That is now the time I was now in forex. Now I was established. So he saw my community. So seeing that, so when that brother, that Robert, introduced me to his business, I also introduced my IQ options. So I told him, I do online trading. So I had my printer, because remember I was already running an NGO, so I had everything. So I was like already a forex trader. So sharing with Robert this, Robert picked interest later. I think after 2 weeks he contacted me, said, man, but I have 1 million I want to give you. You do business. So how much can you give me? I said, we shall share profits. I'll trade, share profits. Now it was not that I lost the money, but IQ options. Those days, these guys were so strict, those brokers. Now they blocked there's something I did that was breaching their policies. So they closed my account. Closing my account, I could trade, but I could not withdraw. So with that restriction, it became so hard for me. So Robert wants his money back. The week lapsed. The second week, I faced a lot of challenges. My dad is also waiting. So when my dad, after 2 weeks, my dad talked to my mother, and then they said, this is scam. And now, time reached, they said we will not add money again. This is not right. This is not a good business. So I said, okay, Dad, and I decided to do it privately. So later in 2021, I moved. I had to separate from my parents now, because we had our own issues. So I said, I want to live separately from you. You know, with the other side, the custom, the culture, American culture is quite different from ours, whereby even if you have a visitor, you must have something like a budget for that particular person. It was really hard, challenging, and now we're in Africa, we're in Uganda. So it was very hard for you to have a visitor and you don't serve that visitor. So that was also an issue. So now I'm talking about the time now I am in. I've already started now profiting from the markets, but I'm still in IT options. Yes, I'm still trading options. So from there they unlocked my account, and then it took some good time. It took like I think 3 months. Then they sent me, I remember it was 5 million. I was even stranded. So when I got the money, again sent my wife a screenshot. I was even in the hospital.
So now, before the 5 million,
yes.
Before now the account is blocked?
Yes, yes.
And remember, there's the other gentleman, a friend of yours, that gave you money.
The money, yes.
And they'll be expecting profits.
Yes.
So
yes.
what was this person treating, or how was this person treating you and you as well? What was the relationship during that time?
So during that time, that brother was also born again.
Okay.
I think he understood and took it like he handed it to the Lord, because it really took time. I think around 3 months later, I told him, bro, the man has been, because I could send him the screenshots. The man is there, but you cannot do it. You can't withdraw. It became so hard and difficult. The fact that he had also money and he had an investment already. So there he decided to do it. I think he gave it up. Yeah, so after about 3 months, I had to, now I met him. And I'm like, bro, our money is still stuck. I can't help get it out. So I don't know what you think about me. He said, let's wait. But then later, I think because I changed location, I lost. The phone I had that time also got lost. Up to now, I haven't replaced that card. Because when I went to police, they wanted me to go to the LOC to get a letter, then they give me then to MTN. So I had to buy another card. So I lost the contacts, everything went. So I went on after changing location to a new place. Now that was 2021. I happened to meet Sizi. Sizi FX19. By then we knew him as Amos, was still a young man. So meeting Amos, we had a salon. So he came to the salon, they were there as children, young men. So Sizi saw my boy, and the boy told him, my dad also does that. By that time, remember, I was in 2 options. So I met Sizi, and he was like, wow, you're doing this. I think he was still in the struggle moments, because he was still
in the early stages.
Yeah. So I told him, yeah, I'm sure that by that time I was now profiting, but of course, like we said, you can never be profitable all the time. You get. Sometimes you lag, sometimes, So he comes and tells me, oh, me, I do forex. So that time I didn't have the idea of forex. I did not know that there is forex, there is option, there are futures.
The bonds.
Yes, there's not forex again. So I asked him, how does forex work? He showed me, introduced me to MT4. He showed me, that time that was MT4, it was MT4 rocking. So introduced me to forex. I looked at the charts, it was really different from what I was dealing with. Yes. So I told him, let me try it and see. So he said, try it and let me know. So I looked at what? Forex. I found it was even better, far better from options. Now there we are given a limit. Like in 1 minute, the candle has expired, you're given results. Here, even if you trade, like blessed trade and goes per day, so I say, no, this is better. I called Sisi. I almost came home. We started from there. We never looked back.
Okay.
So we started from there, and then I established my community. From there, I started. It was a WhatsApp community, Okirima methods. So when that happened, people joined us. Immediately, I even posted a video on TikTok. Now, I'm now telling Ugandans to stop abusing the government because of the lack of what? Jobs. There's something easy you can do online. Moreover, it's like hassle-free. It doesn't require you to work so much, so hard. But this is something what? Easy we can do. I said, I recorded as a video of myself live, and I'm like, Ugandans, stop crying for jobs here. It's something easy and simple. And I was live trading now.
Now I'm imagining the wrath, the comments, and all that. There may be did you post it somewhere or anywhere?
I posted
so
on
now you've posted
TikTok.
Now, the people who are always hungry and angry.
Yes.
And then you're saying they shouldn't do what? They shouldn't, banter or even, of the government.
Yes.
So first take us through the reactions.
To be honest with you, that video is still there. To be honest with you, the reactions were not bad, except only one comment where one guy said, Alimba, it requires a lot of money, because I told the guys, you only need just 100,000. If you have 100,000 Uganda shillings, you can make more money.
With that 100,000?
Yes. Because I started with, I put $10.
Yes.
And it was growing to 28. I didn't have a mindset of growing it to 1,000. No. I was just about making my $20 a day, because I was looking at how much the saloon was earning us, which is worth 27 million. So comparing I'm putting $10, it is, that first day I made $28, I can't forget. I made $28, almost 100,000. So looking at what the saloon was giving us and what $10 was giving me, I said, no, this one can make us more money. You get? So I started even trading my wife. Now from there, when it became serious, so that's where I even got the bigger number from TikTok because of that video. So people joined me, and now I went on, and they also created a YouTube channel, the Okirima methods. Now, when my dad got to know about the channel, because my mom was the first to see it, she even commented. Then she told my dad. My dad was very, very furious. He was very angry. Now, remember, we are born again. And here they say, this boy has gone to promote scam. Now, it was reported to my grandmother first. Now my grandmom asks me, she sent me a message in Messenger, and she was like, is it true you're promoting scam? I said, scam? Then I'm like, how? I didn't know that they were meaning forex. So it was so challenging. Now, again, my mom called me, asking me of the same thing. I said, Mom, this is not scam. This is real. Because remember that, because when we moved, separating from them, they became a bit angry. They were like, you're taking our grandchildren, and now you're taking them away. You want to give them to other people. I'm like, no. So they cut support from me. They always supported me, so they cut support. Now they are reporting me to my grandmother because I'm doing what? I'm promoting scam.
You're now even becoming more rebellious.
Yes, and that was the worst of it all. So they said every money we give to Abraham is now going to use it for
scam.
this. Yes. Now, Now that is when everything got messed up. So every month I was supported by my aunties, my grandmother. They would send funds every month. Even home here, my parents would give us pocket money. So because me, I was not working, I was only doing ministry work, preaching, and then charity. So it was from this very money I was using for the balance of yeah. Bro, it became so challenging, really. Now they cut all the support from me. So I remained 100% depending on forex. Yes.
And whatever you'll be
I was doing. So the salon also started from there. It really failed until when we closed it.
That is a very, very challenging time. So
yes.
You who's watching us for now, you can get to understand how life, because sometimes sometimes as youth or as people, we always tend to assume that life has to be so soft, has to move smoothly, that maybe every time we assume as well that every time we take a step into a development mode or into a positive side, it has to keep flowing gently, nothing like a setback. So be ready for any setbacks or some challenging moments. Every time you step up and you want to try and make money. Most times you get it. So I'm telling you, today we have the main man, that is Mr. Okirima, who's here to share with us about his trading journey, right from that one up to where time will allow us to stop at. And as well, I have to remind you that you can comfortably trade. You can comfortably trade. You can have a very entertaining, interesting, and normal trading career once you choose to trade with Tamam Brokerage Services, TBS, because they are considerate and it really gives you an opportunity to trade with almost zero spreads. The leverage is always up to 1 to 2,000, and then as well you can always get to hear from your customer support in case of any query at ease or in just a second. So you just go look out for their social medias handles, that is Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and so much more, as you know, because they are almost everywhere. So you can always trade with them, and as well visit their website, that is www.tamambrokerage.services.com. You can get much more about their products.